Hello and welcome to the Failsafe Fitness Podcast, Season 3, Episode number 1. My name is Michael Joshua. I am your host. I'm also the owner of Failsafe Fitness Limited, where we do strength and conditioning, nutrition and weight management, and golf performance coaching. If you haven't caught up with the show, there are 2 seasons prior to this. Go take a listen, share, and let me know how you get on. Share it with your friends, family, and whoever needs to hear the advice I've been giving out. So this is Season 3. Season 3 is going to run now right until the end of the year. Welcome to the show if you haven't listened to before. There's a lot of big news coming your way over the next half an hour or so. So let's get into it. Obviously, I've taken a couple of weeks off. Last podcast was the 9th of October, I think. So we're just running into November, almost November. Halloween is upon us as well. Bonfire night, all of that jazz. So, since the last episode of the podcast, it turns out I have some knee issues. I've got a little bit of bursitis in my knee, so I've not been able to kneel down. I'm not being able to train correctly, so lunges, skipping, or jump rope, as the Americans may call it, is out of the question. I can't do any of that. I can't put any massive stress through that left knee, which as a right-handed golfer, we all know is a big problem, which is one of the reasons why Tiger Woods came back to the sport, because it was his right leg that got mangled, not his left. So he's able to keep some weight on that left foot, build the upper body, and swing through that left leg. If it had been his left leg that got mangled, I think career would have been completely over for Tiger. As people know, I'm not the slimmest of guys. I'm 5'4". I currently weigh 110 kilos. I want to get down to about 90 kilo over the next sort of 6 to 12 months. I've been working on it and concentrating on playing golf. I haven't hit my targets there either. This year's been a bit of a mess. But the 3 years prior were even more of a mess. So at least I'm heading in the right direction. An injury purveying now, I'm going to have to do some modifications to my new training schedule to get me in the gym and get me building some speed for my golf swing and some strength and conditioning for everyday life. But before we get into some of that, let's talk about the news. So, Himley Hall Golf Centre, not known for being open during the winter. Golf course is currently closed, but I am offering sim-based coaching. So people who know who I am, I've got a nice little launch monitor, the ability to play over 50,000 golf courses on. We're tracking launch, spin, all the good things through the launch monitor. So if you do still want coaching, you're still struggling, or you've just started struggling because of the change of weather, let me know. £20 an hour, and we can get you some coaching. That is still going to be going on throughout the entirety of the winter. Mainly it's going to be Mondays, Fridays and Sundays. Those are the 3 days I'm going to be available. All the info will be put back up on my app, which is available at failsafefitness.square. You can download the app to book yourselves in the sessions. Info is in the description. It's also in all my links in the bios of Himley Hall Golf Centre Instagram, my Instagram at Failsafe Fitness, and my Facebook page as well. And as well as the failsafefitness.weebly.com is all where the information is going to be left. So £20 an hour coaching sessions are still going to be available Monday, Friday and Sunday, all the way through the winter. Obviously, I did have a little bit more available during the summer, but I have personal training clients as well. So if you do want to come personal training, then I have some spaces available. Let me know when. Get in touch. We can sort you out for that as well. Talking of Himley Hall Golf Centre, there is going to be a page going up very, very shortly in the next sort of few days of used golf clubs. So if you're looking for a cheap set of golf clubs for yourself or a friend, or you're looking just to upgrade, there are going to be several sets of irons, woods, all different manner makes. They are all going to be available. There is a $9.99 delivery fee for all products, whether you're buying one club or whether you're buying a full set of clubs. It'll be a $9.99 standard delivery charge, or you can collect them free from Himley Hall Golf Centre. That will not be a problem. So there will be a selection of wedges, irons, drivers, things like that will all be up on a separate page on the Himley Hall Golf site. So that is Himley Hall Golf Centre at wix.com. You can go and look at that page in the next few days. It should be up by the 5th of November. And talking of the 5th of November, I'm hopefully going to have a little bit of a tournament throughout November. Every Sunday, 10 a.m., £5 entry. So for the next few Sundays, we are going to do a best of. So it'll be the first 3 holes at St Andrews. So the first 3 holes, so we're looking at the 5th of November, the 12th of November, the 19th of November, and the 26th of November. 10 a.m., £5 entry. You will play the first 3 holes, and the player or players with the best score will share the prize money. So it's going to be 3/5 prize money. So if we do get 10 players enter, there will be £30 in prize money available. There'll be £20 to the winner and £10 to the second place. That will run for those 4 Sundays. You can have multiple goes if you want. So if you want to come and have multiple goes, so £10, you can come and play those 6 holes a couple of weeks apart throughout the month. Choice is yours. You will be able to get that, and obviously the winner will take away anybody if they get the same scores. Players with the same scores, you will be asked to come and play on the final Sunday. If there are any that have got the same scores, you'll be asked to come and play the final Sunday. In fact, we're going to make it we will play an extra hole every time you play, so that extra hole will be the deciding factor. So you'll play 4 holes, but only the first 3 will count, and the winner will take 3/5 of that prize money. So come and join us. And then obviously talking about Sim Golf. So Sim Golf is going to be available. Again, £20 per hour. There'll be 50,000 golf courses Monday, Friday and Sunday. 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. every Monday, Friday and Sunday. £20 an hour, picked from 50,000 golf courses. You can choose whether you want to play that as one person or you want to bring 3 mates with you. So you can play a 4-ball of sim golf for just £20 an hour, and you can pick pretty much whatever golf course you want. Some limitations to the system that I have: we don't do any putting. And there are a couple of options in terms of approaches to green. So you can either get it inside 60 yards and it classes it as an up and 2 putts to get it in, or you can chip onto the green and see exactly how you would have got on. If you do want any of that, all the info will be going up on social media and the website very, very shortly. And that's pretty much all the news. I'm injured. I'm struggling through my personal goal, fitness goals and golf goals. I haven't played golf now it's been 4 weeks since I've actually picked a golf club up and swung it. I'm going to go and do a little bit of practice today. And hopefully, a little bit of time in the net is going to get my swing back into some kind of shape. But I need to be working on speed and fitness. And with the knee injury, it's a little bit tough. But hey, that's life. And as I said, people who are listening for the very first time, if you're just catching season 3, go back and listen to season 1 and 2. There'll be some interesting stuff on there if you're a golfer or you're interested in fitness or nutrition. And this is how the show tends to go. A little bit of news, a little bit of what's going on in my life or what's going on in the client's life, how the week's been going, how the business is developing. And then we'll go into a nutrition tip of the week, an exercise tip of the week, and a golf tip of the week. And then I'm out of your hair. It's just me babbling on about golf, exercise, fitness, and etc., for about half an hour or so. So we're going to talk nutrition first this week. And you've probably heard me talk about these before, if you're listening to the show. But there have been 2 studies done on blueberries, which I found very interesting. Sounds like I could do some blueberries as well, couldn't it? So basically, there have been 2 studies done on blueberries, and it's been said that the photochemicals that give blueberries their colour can significantly improve cardiovascular health. A 2-part study has been done. Cardiovascular health was dubbed the silent killer, as there's no visible symptoms in its early stages, but hypertension affects 1 in 3 adults in the United States. The condition puts a strain on the cardiovascular system, which in the long run may contribute to heart failure, stroke, and including kidney failure. So the National Institutes of Health recommended that people with high blood pressure stay in control of the condition by eating healthfully, exercising, smoking is a big no-no, and trying to maintain a healthy weight. But you should eat anything in particular to keep your arteries healthy. There were about 16 foods that came up on that list, along with broccoli, spinach, pulses, fish, and berries were quite high on that list due to their antioxidant polyphenols. So the research that's come out that I've seen this week basically said the effects of blueberries, the photochemicals that give blueberries their colour, mediate the beneficial effects that the fruit has on the cardiovascular system. They recruited 40 study participants that were in perfect health and divided them into 2 groups. One received a daily drink consisting of 200 grams of blueberries, and the other received obviously the control drink with none in, just a blueberry coloured drink. And that was set to examine the effects of blueberries on the participants. And obviously they measured blood pressure and flow mediated dilation in their brachial arteries. In the second part of the study, they looked at drinking purified photochemicals from blueberries, and then they had concentrations of fibre, minerals or vitamins equivalent to blueberries. Scientists noted that the beneficial effects of the blueberry drinks only 2 hours after the participants had consumed them. They identify that major mediators of vascular bioactivities of blueberries and the changes in cellular gene programs because of the chemicals that are in blueberries. So if there's a good time to take up a new berry in your life, then blueberry should be good, particularly coming off the winter where we all tend to be a little bit stiller. The effects of cardiovascular health do tend to get a little worse in the winter because we don't get out and play golf, we don't get out and play sports, we don't get outside as much. So adding blueberries into your diet over the winter is definitely going to help negate some of those effects. So yeah, nutrition tip of the week, get yourself some blueberries and get them into your diet over the winter. It's going to help with your cardiovascular health. Also, what's going to help is lifting some weights. So reasons for you to lift some weights over the winter. Let's be honest, doing cardio day in and day out can be boring. And exercise should not feel like a chore. Best way to keep exercise interesting is to implement different types of training. Particularly in golf, you're on your feet for 18 holes. It could be you could be playing 36 holes in a day if you're playing in a tournament, or you could be playing 72 holes a week if you're a high level elite amateur. So cardiovascular fitness is a big part of it, and adding some blueberries into it, but also strength training in your routine should be incorporated. It'll help you burn some fat. It'll help you build some muscle and some strength. It'll also help with your stability and flexibility. So having stronger muscles, whether they be fast twitch or slow twitch, obviously we want to build quite a few fast twitch muscles to help you with your club head speed, but building some slow twitch and some stronger legs, for instance, and a healthier core can also help with your mobility and help you stabilize through impact when you're hitting a golf shot. And also strength training, if you're just walking and you're just carrying and you're playing golf, strength training, building up some muscle is going to give you some fortification on your ligaments and tendons and connective tissues, which are crucial for helping your body operate at peak efficiency, and it'll help you be protected from injury. So if you're one of those people who has a tweak of a shoulder, doing a small shoulder workout, dumbbell, kettlebell, etc., it's going to help build some muscle on those and healthy ligaments and tendons to help strengthen those muscles and maybe gain some club head speed and stop your shoulders from killing you or your back from killing you at the end of a round. And of course, we all know the big thing with weight training is, or any kind of training in really, it can be a great mood booster. Lifting weights can be a great way to build confidence, building confidence through progressive overload. You start it, I can only pick 30 kilos up on a deadlift bar, and you do 6 or 8 weeks training, and that 30 kilos turns into 50 kilos. Watching those numbers go up as you get stronger and fitter is a good motivator for life. You see those numbers getting better, you see the reps getting longer and more higher, and you see the weight going up, and you see your strength getting better. You also notice that in your daily life gets easier to do. And then when you go and play something like golf or tennis or cricket or whatever it is you do, that strength training can be a massive boost to the way you approach daily life. It will help reduce your anxiety. Definitely helps with depression. Trust me, I know that one. And it's a healthy way to deal and manage stress. So sometimes if you're a little bit stressed out, hitting the gym, getting a little workout in, just lets all that tension out. Putting yourself through a workout in the gym or a run or something like that, but particularly with weight training can really, really relieve some stress. And of course, lifting weights um, in your program, whatever it may be or whatever it may be for, is a great way of managing chronic diseases like arthritis and diabetes. Those who suffer from chronic arthritic pain may get some relief by participating in some weight training. It will strengthen inflamed joints and tendons, which can ease the symptoms of it. And studies have also shown that diabetic patients can improve glucose control with regular weight training, because your body is burning the glycogen in your system. Glycogen, comes from the sugars in your blood. And obviously diabetes is all about sugars in your blood. So being able to burn off or encourage those sugars to be used in a more effective manner is going to help you control your diabetes. So please, if you're out there, this is the time, especially if you're golfers. Golfers in the UK, it's going to suck for the next three or 4 months. November, December, January, February are tend to be terrible times to go and play golf. You might only get a round in every couple of 3 weeks. Like I say, I haven't played for 4 weeks, so it's tough. It's so tough to play golf through the winter in the UK unless you're at a really good course with really good drainage. You're not playing week in and week out. So by adding in, if you go to the driving range once a week, you go to the gym once a week, or you do a home workout once a week, that is going to help negate those facts, and it might even help, relieve some stress, build some muscle, gain some speed over the winter through weight training. And talking of weight training, I am going to do over the next few weeks, probably throughout the entirety of November, I'm going to show you what's going on in my gym at home, show you how I am training, injured or not. I'm going to show you the exercises that I'm doing, show you the things I'm going to try and do over the winter. Some things I want to get back, some things I've lost, some things I definitely want to change. I'm going to show you my speed training, my fitness training, and hopefully I'm going to show you some bits and bobs in terms of the sim golf as well. So let's get into the golf tip, shall we? This time of year, more often than not, balls are plugging in the fairway. And I said this on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, that I now have learned, after coming back into the sport after 4 years, I was quite a decent junior golfer. Played off scratch, never really got much better than scratch, but played off scratch for a couple of 3 years as a junior, from like 15 to 18. Had nearly 25 years off. Through life gets in the way. Came back to golf, wanted this year to get down to single figures. I haven't entered all my scores. Looking at the likes of U-Swing this year, the score I currently got in U-Swing for my last 20 rounds is quite interesting, because it actually says 10.5. So, my last few rounds weren't great. I shot a 92, an 86, an 89, and 88. Before that, I was 79, 85, 87, 85, 85, 81, 81. So I was quite consistently low 80s. And then it went up to high 80s, and the bad one, the last one was a bad one at 92. Because I hadn't played regular golf, and I was chopping and changing drivers. So, but it says 10.5 for my last 20 on U-Swing. But on Golf England, my actual handicap is a shot worse. It's 11.5, coming down from 13.9. I came down from 18.9 last year to 13.9, so I took 5 strokes off. I've took 2.5 strokes off this year. And I talked about law of diminishing returns. As you get under single figures, I need to be shooting below 80, 82, I think it is, to get down to single figures. So if I shoot about, if I want to get down to plus like 5, I'm going to have to break 80 all the time. But I'll be happy with about 82, 83 all the time, and get me down to single figures, so around sort of 8 or 9. I haven't done that this year. I failed to do that. It's hurt a little bit. So over the winter, now I know my course is shut. I'm probably not going to play a lot of golf. I'm going to play quite a bit of sim golf like I did last year. So working on my speed and working on some strike are going to be more beneficial this time of year than anything else. Unless you're having major issues off the tee, massive curvature with driver, long irons, hybrids off the tee or even off the deck. Unless you're having that massive curvature or you're topping and chunking a lot, then those are the things you correct. So your ball striking needs to be good. This time of year, in these weathers, ball striking needs to be better than it has been throughout the summer. Because some of the harder ground acts as a bit of a bounce mat so that you get that strike. Whereas when the ground is wet, there's a lot of mud, you might not be cleaning your clubs correctly. So my recommendation is, go to the range at least once a week, go and get yourself 100 balls, keep 30 balls for the end, and I want you to try and, if you've got a range where you have a launch monitor available, split those 30 balls. So pick driver, 5 iron, and probably 9 iron, and I want you to hit those clubs. So I want to hit 10 shots with your 9 iron, and each time increase the speed. So say you swing your 9 iron at 72 miles an hour first swing, then you've got to hit 73, then 74, then 75. But if you have 2 shots in a row, but you don't increase your club head speed, then that's your club head speed. So you hit 3 shots, and if you hit another 2 shots and they're less than that third shot, that's where your club head speed is at with your 9 iron. Do the same with your 5 iron and do the same with your driver, and then mark it. Write it down, take a photo, whatever you need to do. And then work on that every time you go to the range. That's what you're going to do. 10 balls, first 3 balls are basically your warm-up with that club. And then if you don't beat that club head speed inside two shots, then that's your club head speed for that week. If it gets less, then you need to work on your club head speed a lot harder. Go work on a program, go get yourself in the gym. But learning to swing the club faster and freer can definitely help you play better golf. And I've spoke about that before as well. So if you can just swing freer at a golf ball with no swing thoughts, rather than, that needs to be, first 12 inches needs to be square, elbow then needs to tuck, toe needs to be pointed up, then I need to do this, then hips need to turn, all that. If you're thinking about, I can't think about all that. I think of 1, maybe 2 things. So if I'm going to try and hit a fade, I do try to sort of, my takeaway, I try to take it outside a little bit and then come inside. Fade. Trying to hit a draw. I try and take the club away outside of the ball and then come inside on the downswing. I'm thinking about swinging the club to the right. If I'm trying to hit a fade, I'm coming inside the ball a little early, and I'm thinking about swinging a little bit more left. It doesn't work for everybody, but these are the things you need to be working on over the winter. If you can increase your club head speed, you'll increase your distance. And then by the time summer rolls round or spring rolls round next year, you've gained yourself 2 or 3, 4 miles an hour. You're a club longer than what you were the year before. So those are the things you need to be working on over the winter. And that's pretty much it for me this week. So don't forget, Himley Hall Golf Centre coaching, sim-only coaching is available, £20 an hour. All the details will be available on the website. They're available on my Instagram. You can book yourself in via my Instagram page, or if you download the app that I've got available, links to the app are in the descriptions on the Himley website and on failsafefitness@weebly.com. We are going to be hosting a sim tournament as well. So sim tournament every Sunday, 10 a.m. Turn up, pay you £5, enter. You're going to play 4 holes. First 3 holes at St Andrews are going to be the scoring holes, and any ties will be taken from the 4th hole, which is classed as the playoff hole. And if we do have any people who have the same scores for all 4 holes, then they will get a playoff. 3/5 of that prize money, of that entry fee, will be paid out in prize money. So for instance, if 10 players participate through the month, you've paid your £5 entry, winner takes away £20, and second place will take away £10. That's if there's 10 players. If there's 20 players, you can double that. If there's 5 players, you can halve that. But you will at least double your money. So come and give it a go. 10 a.m. every Sunday, available 10 till 2. You can come and play the first 4 holes of St Andrews. £5 entry, and you can earn yourself some cash. YouTube sessions will be live. Keep an eye on the YouTube page, and I will be going live on there talking about my training and how I'm going to be doing it over the winter. And of course, sim golf available Sunday, Mondays and Fridays, 9 till 2, £20 an hour. Pick from up to over 50,000 courses. You can be a single ball or a 4 ball at Himley Hall Golf Centre. Come and join us, pick your golf course, come and have a laugh. I'll see you there. Have a great week, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.